He went from floating to climbing the ladder and drowning within seconds. He was screaming his head off, going under. Yeah, you've just got to get out there as quick as you can.
With the patient unable to keep his head above water, there's not a second to lose.
Oh, Reidy's lost the board. Just got this double up shore. Literally, it just exploded on me. And I tried to hold the board and it twisted my shoulder right around and I felt my ligament tear a little bit.
As the swimmer struggles to stay afloat, Reidy loses vital seconds recovering the board.
Losing the board can definitely be the difference between life and death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, mate, thank you. Good on this one. Hold on, the ball, sir.
When I got to him and got him on the board, he was definitely scared. He was pretty close. I reckon he probably had another 30 seconds left in him. Gotta be careful, huh?
Yeah, look up through. You're dragging me, son.
That's called a rip. That's why we put the signs on the board.
No, you gotta sit between the red and yellow flags.
Oh, he was screaming. He just started to panic, obviously, very quickly. And then this little sucker, I tried to get under it and then it just lost the board, which is a cardinal sin. I owe the boys a case of beer.
Noah now faces a monumental challenge.
This is gonna be like a wake-up call for him.
4 weeks into the job, 18-year-old Noah is desperate to perform his first rescue.
Yeah, it is a bit frustrating. You see all the other guys doing rescues and you want to prove that you can do them as well, especially as a trainee. You want to show that you actually have the skills to be there.
As Noah patrols the middle of the beach, in the tower, Mouse spots a bodyboarder in trouble.
Mate, she's freaking out, eh, bro? Oh, no. Late rescue. He's going in the complete wrong direction.
A good Samaritan beats Noah to the woman.
A fellow bodyboarder went out and just threw her onto a wave. She's stoked about the bloke. She's not even speaking to Noah.
I got heavily brushed. She was panicking and then that local boogie boarder came out and helped her. Then got brushed.
Hoping for a second chance, Noah doesn't have to wait too long.
Clinging to a board with that little right-hander is.
Noah's on his way in, mate.
Noah's just gone out and he went for the wrong guy.
It's like he's coming in empty-handed.
I think Noah's gone out for the rescues and hasn't ended up doing one of them, so I think he's a little bit disheartened, but you got to be tough on the young fella.
I was brushed again. I've been brushed for 4 weeks straight. Haven't done a rescue. It's been very sad. I'm well and truly ready. Third time's lucky maybe, or maybe I won't get brushed.
On a crowded beach, identifying exactly which swimmers are in trouble takes experience.
I am still learning to spot people. Yeah, it does take a while just picking up all the signs, just trying to distinguish people in need of assistance.
Late afternoon, and 2 people are spotted struggling against a rip.
There's a woman and a small child, which doesn't look good. Central to Noah. Mate, I reckon you're in here. There's a child and a mother.
After 2 failed attempts already, Noah now faces a monumental challenge.
This is gonna be like a wake-up call for him.
I might need backup. He's got the kid.
Because he's new, right? Those would have been missed if you guys weren't looking.
With the child safely on his board, Noah guides the woman back into shallower water.
Could have been potentially a lot worse.
The woman is the boy's babysitter.
Yeah, we just drifted away because the current's very strong, so I couldn't really hold him. Besides that, yeah, he just pulled us out, so that was really great.
For 17-year-old Noah, it's a much-needed vote of confidence.
He didn't panic, which is probably the most important part of this job. Being able to stay calm and cool under pressure. Good result. Good job, young fella. That was good work, mate.
Pretty stoked. Yeah, finally got the weight off my shoulders. Yeah, I was just really happy, over the moon.
Am I going to get there in time? Is there multiple casualties? You know, all these things are running through your mind. There's a lot going on. You know something's serious when multiple people across the beach are waving their arms frantically.
Beachgoers have reported 2 swimmers swept out in the notorious Backpackers Rip.
As we were driving south, it was quite difficult to locate where these patients were. I can't see anything. All right, cover that. Right. Want me to go or you?
Yeah, got off. There's someone in the back and they rescuing.
Oh yeah, I see out there. Right out the back.
Maxi charges out for the 100-metre paddle as Chapo does the detective work.
Thanks, matey. What happened?
No, I was just at this little peak and then I gave one of them my board and swam in to come get you guys.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Thank you.
In this case, the rip was quite far out to sea. I was going as hard as I could. It was quite a long paddle. Am I going to get there in time? Is there multiple casualties? You know, all these things are running through your mind. There's a lot going on.
How long have they been going on for?
Maybe like 2 minutes.
Oh.
Like they seem to be fine and then they just like screaming.
I eventually get out there and I could see 2 people out the back and a few surfers helping out. All right, come over here, brother. What are you swimming down here for? The rescue was only half done. We needed to get him back into shore. These 2 swimmers were quite distressed and panicky. All right, stop. Hop back in, hop back in. Come over here, boss.
As Maxi tries to get the panicking patients on board,
Turn around.
he spots an empty surfboard floating on the surface.
So whose board's this? Where's the third person? Where's this other person? Who's on this board? So where's the person for that board though? Do we have a missing person on our hands here? It's a very serious situation unfolding and I need to work out exactly where this person is. You need to get reassurance by other people out there because they've helped with the situation. That's her board? Oh, that's her board? Okay, awesome. I was quite relieved to see a person further out holding onto another surfboard. She kindly donated her board to help with these drowning swimmers. Turn around. No, spin around. We didn't have another missing person on our hands. You come over here. Now the primary focus was to get these 2 patients on my board back to shore safely.
But easier said than done.
You move up. Yep. You hop on. Because we were quite far out to sea, you know, the half the challenge was getting him on the board safely. Oh, hop on top of him. Quite a bit of a wrestle. All right, come back. Lay down. They weren't really listening to what I had to say. They were quite panicky. Hey. What are you doing? Hey. There was one point where we fully rolled.
Maxi up.
I need to take control of that situation very quickly. Hey, stop. You're getting yours in, all right? No more Mr. Nice Guy. You, hop on the board. No, they didn't speak much English, but when I roused on them, they start to learn very quickly. All right, now you come back in the white shirt, come back. All right, lay down. All right, okay, we're good. Just try and keep your balance on the board.
rescuing 2 patients on the one board requires exceptional strength and balance.
As soon as they listened, we got them on the board nice and quickly and safely, and we made our way back to shore. All right. All right, boys, you okay? Okay. Lesson learned. Swim between the flags, all right? So when you're swimming, stay this current side. Okay. Not good. This, okay to protect you from the sun, but when you swim, very hard. Doesn't matter how many rescues you do, it's always a relief to have the patients back on the shore after a serious rescue and they're alive and well. You okay? You okay? All right, sweet. See you later. Board back on the rack, back in the bike with Chapo. What's next?
The tragedy weighs heavily on Mario. 20 minutes after lifeguards gave final warnings and left the beach.
Guys, watch out!
3 young Chinese men went swimming in Backpackers Rip.
People take that risk and I wish they wouldn't do that.
The men were rescued by members of the public, but one man remains unconscious. He's not breathing and doesn't have a pulse.
Just get back.
Off-duty lifeguards saw the commotion.
Mate, I was just after work swimming at Bondi and just seen the helicopter flying around Bondi, so I raced over and sure enough there was a resuscitation in progress in the south corner.
Even if I was off duty, I still help people. It's one life, there is no price for that.
Paramedics resuscitate the man using a defibrillator.
I got a look at him as they were walking up the beach and he wasn't looking real good at that stage.
He has a pulse and is breathing, but remains unconscious. It's unclear how long he was underwater.
We put such a big effort in for those 13 hours of the day to make sure everyone goes home safe, and when you hear of something happening after hours, it can be devastating.
A day later, and the man remains in hospital in a coma. Head lifeguard Hoppo believes inexperience led to the tragedy.
On pack up that night, there was only one small rip down south where Mario did the rescue during the day. The rest of the beach was quite calm and flat. So what I think happened was the 3 walked into where that small rip was and then eventually couldn't stand up and started panicking.
After last night's tragedy, Mario isn't taking any chances with Backpackers Rip.
Hey, go over there, close to shore.
The tragedy weighs heavily on Mario, the last lifeguard to leave the beach before the drowning occurred.
It's so important, that's why we get so sometimes angry, you know, like with some people that they don't want listening us, because it happened like in a blink of your eyes. It's like people can lose their life, you know, and then, yeah.
My mission today is to stop everyone down there.
Why?
Because they're drowning.
Don't get yourself in like this hyper-vigilant state over that. Like how many people swam down there yesterday?
Yeah.
You know, 1,000.
Yeah.
We did a good job.
Yeah.
I felt very sad, very, upset.
I had to improvise, so I just went for it.
I think I've just got someone in the water that needs some assistance.
Copy, Jules.
Oh, looks like they've done their shoulder maybe.
A young woman is being kept afloat by volunteer lifesavers and members of the public.
Jules successful. I think I've got a spinal here. Can someone get one?
Yeah, Boo, maybe if you can run down. When you come past, maybe you can grab a spinal cord.
I got there and the girl was being held. She was in excruciating pain. Something was horribly wrong.
After she was violently dumped by a wave, the woman must be supported by volunteer lifesavers and members of the public.
Minimising movement in the ocean just adds a kind of extremely difficult element.
The spinal board is on its way. But in the rolling surf, Jules must find a quick solution.
I need to get this girl on a stable platform and out of the ocean.
You're in charge of the head. So 3, when you count, everyone has to raise her body, and we have to raise her.
I think she's going to try and put him on the board, but I'd rather they just wait until the spinal board.
I had to improvise, so I just went for it.
1, 2, 3. Actually, they did it pretty smooth. It's not too bad.
Assisted by volunteer lifesavers and members of the public, Jules must get the woman through the surf without any sudden movements.
There's a huge amount of responsibility when dealing with a spinal. Your treatment could be the difference between them walking home or them going home in a wheelchair. We brought her in and just lay her down on the board in the sand, and I guess that was when we started to really assess like her symptoms and what was happening.
So what's your name?
Yeah, he was swimming out there. She didn't see
What is your name?
Sophie or something.
All right, I'm Jules. I want you to stay as still as you possibly can, okay?
21-year-old Sammy is at the beach alone.
And is the pain just in your neck? Okay, back and neck. Did you get dumped by a wave? All right.
Central to Lockie. My ambulance will be on its way. What do you guys want to do with the patient? You want to stay down there or come up here?
Lying precariously on the edge of the board, Sammy must be stabilised.
Sammy, what we're going to do now is we're just going to get you a little bit more straight so you're more comfortable.
Don't take your head.
When they're feeling a lot of pain, it's really hard to treat because you don't want them moving their head or their neck, and quite often when they are in such distress, they'll do that.
Every summer, lifeguards respond to dozens of potential spinal injuries. Most of them suffer no permanent effects. A handful aren't so lucky.
Can you move his feet? My wet's up right now.
In 2011, Brazilian man Leo tragically broke his neck in Bondi's shore break.
We're just going to give you some pain relief, Sammy, all right? So as soon as it's ready, we'll get you to suck on the green whistle.
An analgesic gas offers the lifeguard's strongest form of pain relief.
Big breast that you were doing with me.
Doesn't taste very nice. It's okay.
It's like medicine, so it's going to taste a bit funky, but it's so important.
It's just important that you get it in, yeah.
It's like shit.
Yeah, but it's going to help you, all right?
A head-to-toe assessment will identify any loss of feeling or motor function.
Can you just wiggle your toes at all for me? That's a really bad sign when someone has no feeling in their feet. It's time to really start thinking about, serious spinal damage.
Sammy's symptoms indicate a potentially devastating spinal injury. The question now is whether or not it's permanent.
Your left leg is numb?
It felt numb when I hit my head.
Yeah.
All the pain,
Bit of pain?
from my back.
All right,
That's all right, just keep breathing. Remember,
Take the whistle in, nice deep breath.
As lifeguards wait for paramedics to arrive, Sammy makes a shocking revelation.
I've broken a neck before.
Okay, so how long ago have you broken your neck?
A year and a half ago.
And what were you doing a year and a half ago?
Cheerleading.
So I just kind of took a breath. She could have completely kind of cracked or broken something here.
For the symptoms that she showed, that was the most serious case I've dealt with.
So we're going to put a collar on you, all right?
I guess I was fearful that she might lose her ability to walk.
Lifeguards wait in hope for news that Sammy will make a full recovery.
Poor little thing, hey? 20 years old. Young.
I didn't even know what to think when she left the beach. I was kind of like just doing some really deep breaths, trying to kind of process it all. But yeah, I was so concerned for her because it was just a massive unknown.
A week earlier, Mario attended a drowning which took place after lifeguards had gone home. A 21-year-old Chinese backpacker was resuscitated and taken to hospital in a critical condition. He has been in a coma since. Today, news of the man's condition has been relayed to the tower.
So how is he going? He's been in a coma for about a week and they're flying him back to China today so he can go be with his family. So I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, it's just as I said, it's a fine line, you know, when you come down the beach and play in the water. Life and death. Well,
that's pretty heavy. Hey? Yeah. It's heavy. Yeah. You boys did a good job though.
Yeah.
You know? Pretty sad.
The man isn't expected to survive. Mario was the last lifeguard to leave the beach, just minutes before the man drowned.
Yeah, I wish I could help him before, you know, like, it's very sad. This moment got me, I don't know. I had quite a few, you know, in the years of lifeguarding. I don't know why, just so close, you know, like, it's very touching.